It was March 19th, 2020, 10 days before my birthday, when the restaurant staff was called to a meeting. It was a makeshift meeting around tables. We all knew what it was about. It was about COVID. A mixture of serious and chaotic energy filled the room. Were we all about to get laid off? Was it everything we were hearing about in the news making its way to this little town in Vermont? The simple answer was yes. Yes, we were all getting laid off. Laid off without a return date, and we all left with worried-filled minds as to how we were going to pay our bills. Were we going to make do with unemployment? Would there be suitable jobs to apply to during this crisis? None of us had any of the slightest idea. How was the pandemic going to affect my life? Well, as it turns out, it wasn't bad for me personally. Despite having lost the majority of my smell and taste for about 5 months and counting, I would have to say the overall pandemic has made a massive and needed positive impact on my life. I am a complete introvert, so the disruptions of public gatherings did not bother me much. However, not seeing my family for the holidays was upsetting, yet so minor compared to the heartache the pandemic induced throughout the world. This pandemic forced me to get out of an industry that I absolutely hated and allowed me to have the time to find myself again after years of working as a burnt-out waitress all day and all night, essentially. My new schedule allowed me to spend more time with my animals at home, which, let's be honest, is all I could have ever hoped for. But it didn't stop there. I started to get outside more and exercise in fulfilling ways that I had used to, such as roller skating and snowboarding. I found the time to get my art supplies out and play, and it wasn't too long before the feeling I had for something I once loved so deeply returned to my everyday life. The love of creating transcended into a motivation I had never known before. It got me back into school, and I am pursuing a degree in the creative field, and I couldn't be more thankful that I have found myself where I am today. I cannot wait for the fulfilling future ahead of me that the pandemic undoubtedly, ultimately pushed me to fight for.